Hello, everyone. Oh, Jesus. Ba-ba-ba-bum. What am I even looking at? I am trying to... No, I gotta be looking at the right thing. There we go. There we go. That's better. It's too hot for anything to work properly. Hello, everyone. I am joined here today by Brian Drums. It is the first week of the new Wicked League Season 4. We have new villains. We have new players. Maybe we'll see some new strategies. Yeah. Our first matchup tonight is going to be one new player versus a returning player. We've got Rock Mocha Boss, who is just joining the league for the first time this season, and Baby Daisy Lover, who was with us last season as well. So I have not played against Rock Mocha Boss yet, so I have no idea what he's going to bring out. Baby Daisy Lover, I know, likes Mother Gothel, and yeah. What are your thoughts on the matchup? What are your thoughts on the league starting? Talk to me.
Well, Where the Great, first of all, great to be here on this lovely Tuesday, the first stream of Wicked League Season 4. Starting off with a bang, like you said, new players, new characters that have really been bringing some stuff into the fold, I might say, as far as the stats we're looking here for Week 1 currently. But yeah, as far as Baby Daisy Lover, and Rock Mocha Boss go, I did see Rock Mocha. He had a game yesterday against Zach Pinsence. I do believe he played Evil Queen and Captain Hook in those two games. But that doesn't really prove much of anything as far as who he's comfortable with or what type of player he is. If he really sticks to, maybe one or two villains, or if he likes to play the entire cast. We will have to see. Baby Daisy Lover, like you mentioned, does love playing a lot of Gothel, but I do know that they did find. I think they did find a little bit of a liking in Despicable Plots because they were on your stream, or he was on your stream.
Yes, that's right. Baby Daisy Lover likes Lady Tremaine quite a bit.
Yep.
Actually, pretty good with Lady Tremaine. So we'll see if they bring that out. So I think we can go over to. Here we go. This is the one. OBS. Hello. Alrighty. So I need to put in things. I got my first win in a league game as the Horned King. So per Zach Pincence's rules, you need to at least win once with a character in order to use their avatar. I can now officially stick on the Horned King. Are you going to stick with Captain Hook, or do you want to switch to someone else? All right.
Sticking with Captain Hook.
All right. Double the powder and shorten the fuse.
Aye, aye, sir.
And this is Brian Drums. Just kind of sticking out across here. All right. I will let them know that they can go ahead and pick. And I don't know who is on which side. Looks like... All right. Ooh, we got Queen of Hearts versus Prince John. So we'll put in Rock Mocha. I'll leave it as that because that's pretty long. At least in the font that I'm using. Oop, no, I want to move this. And he is being Queen of Hearts. I know some of you call her Qua, and I can't get behind that. I can't do it.
Quo. I know a lot of people call her Quo.
Quo.
Qua or Quo.
I'm going to call Baby Daisy Lover BDL. And
BDL against RMB.
Yeah. Oh, I could abbreviate both of them. That might work better. This crown gives me a feeling of power. Where are you? There you are.
Now, I do have to ask you, Wero.
Yes.
Rock Mocha Boss. Are you more of a mocha guy or a latte guy?
I don't do either. So my acid reflux tells me I should not imbibe caffeine. So I can't do coffee or tea, and I also can't imbibe chocolate, so I can't do any of those. I pretty much just drink water and cry.
Wero Water the Great
Oh God.
I will be Brian Latte Drums from now on. All right. So looking here, we got an OG matchup here.
Mm-hmm.
First box, Queen of Hearts versus Prince John. Looking like Rock Mocha Boss rocking the Queen of Hearts. Looks like it's his choice to decide if he wants to go first or second. Looking like he'll decide to go first here, as Baby Daisy Lover will get that mulligan and gain that 1 power. Of course, the mulligan lets you take any cards from your hand, put them back into the deck, reshuffle, and then draw back up to 4 cards. Rule implemented here by our league as we get ready to start the first streamed game of the Wicked League Season 4.
0. And there we're off. Rock Mocha going to the Hedge Maze Classic. Queen of Hearts opening. Dropping off 1 card guard. Oh, I gotta remember that timer. Playing a Very Merry Birthday for a single power there. Getting back, recouping the cost of that. And we are, looks like, activating. There we go. Got our first of 4 wickets.
That is a pretty solid play there, even though it is turn 1, but anytime you can really use Very Merry on Birthday to get more power back in, it helps you activate sooner and get cards out faster. Looking like here, Baby Daisy Lover going over to Nottingham, regaining that 1 power, playing a Warrant to Sherwood Forest. Really wants to protect that discard. We do have a fake here. You can't pull out Alice straight out, although Alice is still going to be in the fake deck, the Mad Hatter, although if the March Hare comes out while the Mad Hatter is on the board, they'll both be 5 strength heroes. So it looks like Baby Daisy Lover might wait a little bit here for Alice.
Oh, no, we did.
Actually, no.
So you don't always remember what every card does. So, hey, wait a minute, that summons Alice. Let's just play that. I will say in this matchup, I think I prefer Prince John. Because Queen of Hearts here is going to be proccing both of those conditions quite often. Queen of Hearts often sits with a lot of power, and Queen of Hearts needs 4 allies. So
we're looking like we're gaining 1 and spending 1 from the Rabbit's House on a spear that's going to add strength to that wicket over there at the Hedge Maze. Our first fate coming on Baby Daisy Lover, and it's a pretty big one. It's Maid Marian.
Forced Maid Marian, because that Steal from the Rich cannot be played. So what Queen of Hearts here has in her favor is speed. Prince John does not have speed. He is slow, methodical. I would not necessarily slow, but like average speed for a villain.
We are getting a pretty early taxes here. We're going to tax Maid Marian to gain 2 power as opposed to just 1. And if Fate action brings out Makes You Larger, that can enlarge Alice to cover the activate the Hedge Maze or to play a card at White Rabbit's house. We also have the Dormouse, who cannot be shrunk. So it looks like we're prioritizing heroes here. Pulling out the Dormouse at the White Rabbit's house.
So I don't necessarily agree with the placement of the Dormouse, but I do agree the Dormouse is the right play here. Because when you enlarge Alice, you give more opportunities to get rid of her. Because when a hero is enlarged, they can be vanquished by allies at either location.
Very true, very true. Looking like here we're doing a courtyard play. We're gaining 2, we're spending 2 on another card guard. Or I told you what, we also get a discard. We normally do get the move item or ally action here, but hence we cannot do that because Alice is on the board and she prevents us from moving allies or items. Yeah, we are going to be discarding.
Alice is just super glue. Can't move.
Discarding makes you larger, or makes you smaller, rather, and take the shot. We'll need that a little bit later. But there are 3 copies.
There are 3 copies. Going back to Nottingham, and a second Warrant out there on the field. Another fate.
And hey, there's the March Hare.
Ooh, I do like the Dodo here. Dodo's real annoying.
Dodo can be pretty annoying, especially with Alice on the board as well. It pretty much means you have to vanquish him.
Yep. Honestly, most games, Alice is going to stay on the board. Like, it's kind of inevitable. What shall Queen of Hearts do? Drop in another card guard.
Oh, and then we're dropping a card guard with Alice that told you would. It
Looks like we're setting up to kill Alice next turn.
Could be. So we
Prince
turn
John
back
seeing
over.
that, he's going to fade. Another beautiful, lovely taxes.
All right, there's a makes you larger, and then I'm late. I'm late. That can bring a hero from the discard pile.
But neither of those can save Alice from death. So actually, I might have put Martyr here in Alice's location, because then we take that Vanquish action. Those spots, that top row is still covered. But covering up that activate is also a good thing. And we see Alice
like
die. Down the rabbit hole has already gone by, so there's no chance of Alice being resummoned before a reshuffle.
There's a pretty good time as well. You know, about 3 fates deep, so you're not going to see Alice for a guaranteed 3 fates. So that's pretty big. We did vanquish Alice here. We do have a discard fate and play left.
Ooh. Looks like we are shrinking the dodo. No,
Shrink the hair or the dodo. We're debating. I do like that play a lot. You know, you did just use 2 card guards to vanquish Alice. If you want to get that discard back, here's Robin Hood, and that is pretty nice. I do say so myself.
Robin Hood fully foils what I think Baby Days Lover is currently going for, which is Prince John's Fate Swap, where he just hops between his 2 fate locations, gaining 1 power per turn.
And I like that play even better. You know, even though he does gain a power from it, Robin Hood is still super devastating at this point because Baby Days Lover is only about a 4th to the goal here. So now you got to find a way to get Robin out of the way. Our first trip to the jail. Yep, discarding Greed. Looking like we're not going to be popping that. Okay, looks like we're just kind of squatting for some more power.
Moves back to Queen of Hearts. What to do?
Yeah. And again here as well, I want to go back to Robin Hood. The big deal with him is that Prince John gains 1 less power with each action or card. So 1 less. So if you go to a spot with a 1 power action, you can't gain a power when Robin Hood's on the board. If you play Beautiful Lovely Taxes with 2 heroes on the board, you only gain 1. If you play Greed while Robin's on the board, you only gain 2. All right, so it looks like J-Rock was actually just playing a card guard Heart over at the Hedge Maze.
And we get another fate from Prince John. And we get a Momrats.
And actually, if you give me 1 second, I need to be right back. I'm sorry.
Oh, certainly. So we have a choice between replaying a hero. It can't be Alice because there is a strength restriction on that card. Or a Momrats. And maybe just stick all those card guards. Oh, no, we are playing March, the Mad Hatter. So both the Mad Hatter and the March are going to be a lot harder to get rid of because they are now both at 5. They cannot be gotten rid of by an off with your head, so they're probably going to be there for the near future. How will Queen of Hearts deal with this setback? By going to White Rabbit's house and deconverting a card guard. You don't see that very often. Normally, Queen of Hearts just tries to press on and work with what she's got, but deconverting a card guard, you are allowed to do it. Probably a clever disguise in Robin Hood. Yeah, that seems good.
Sorry about that. Back on board. Ooh,
oh, you are fine.
Clever disguise.
I
like that.
Yeah, it was a double clever disguise reveal.
It's trigger for 1 because of the crown.
Queen of Hearts also now has 3 allies on the board, which means Cowardice can be played.
course, Cowardice allows you to... Ooh, okay, so this is interesting here, because if we're going to vanquish the March Hare, he's 5.
Oh yeah, you missed. A wicket was deconverted back into a card guard.
So it looks like we're vanquishing the March Hare here just pretty clean.
That does make it easier to get rid of the Mad Hatter down the line. But that's a significant setback there. Given Trigger a golden arrow. That is 3 card guards gone. No, that's 4. That's 4 gone because 2 were used on Alice, and now 2 have been used on March Hare.
The Cheshire Cat and Momrath. Momrath really won't do anything. I mean, the cat won't really do much either except cover spots.
Yeah, because if you can pop the cat later, it's not going to be good for you.
All right, so looking here back at Rock Mocha Boss. Yeah, looking here, we're gonna get 2 power from the courtyard. Do you have a play action here as well as that discard? That's going to allow us to discard some cards. Instead, we're going to play another card guard as well. So 2 card guards on the board. You know, and Cheshire Cat being out right now is actually not that bad. Discarding a Fury.
And the second take the shot. Prince John is feeling decent here, just getting power. Oh, and as Trigger is now strong enough to take on Robin Hood.
By himself, yes. So Trigger's going to be able to vanquish Robin Hood here pretty clean. But that Clever Disguise is on Robin. Yeah, so Alan-a-Dale can get pulled out, or even that third Clever Disguise could start something.
That third Clever Disguise would just be annoying.
All right, looking like we're just going to go to the White Rabbit's house and do a fate action. There's Little John. There's Alan-a-Dale. So, I mean, Little John, you know, he can still take the power. But Alan-a-Dale can buff up Robin Hood just a little bit. And again, here, that doesn't mean that just because you play Alan-a-Dale, he can Baby Daisy Lover can just play another ally and vanquish Robin Hood straight out. Although that will cost him a little bit more money. But I think either play here is pretty much smart, you know. I think Little John is the best card you would want with Alan-a-Dale if you were trying to decide on one or the other. Looks like here we're going to be spending 2 on that Clever Disguise to get rid of it.
Ooh,
spending 2 on Intimidation. Okay, so it looks like we're going to do...
Arrows.
So we don't lose the bow and arrow, but we do lose a little bit of power, so we're back a little bit on the power gain. We do get that fate, though. There's the Caterpillar and the Rabbit. And we're actually playing the Caterpillar.
Try to protect that dodo a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so looks here, we're going to...
Vanquishing the Dormouse.
Yeah. Yeah, so Rock Mocha here, trying to play a little bit more Vanquish heavy here. Trying to get stuff off the board. Carding Judgment. It's nowhere near. By Order of the Queen.
Yeah, but going Vanquish heavy as Queen of Hearts is risky because you need those card guards in order to win. Prince John, though, just going to Cappy gaining some power. Plopping out the Sheriff.
Yeah. Plopping out the Sheriff for 2 as well. Although that still is pretty expensive, you know. The Crown doesn't do much of a bargain for Prince John for the Sheriff. But anything you can get in return, or anything you can do to make the Sheriff cheaper is very good.
Oh, certainly. I mean, Cowardice would have been nicest, but Queen of Hearts has gotten rid of most of her allies.
All right, so it looks here we're going back over to the rabbit's house. Getting a power. Fortunately, we won't be able to convert that card guard, but we are going to put a spear on the card guard, it looks like. We do get a fate action. There's King Richard and Friar Tuck.
Ooh. I like both of these.
Yeah, both of these cards are really good. I
don't like that there, because Trigger's just going to murder him.
Yeah. So yeah, Friar Tuck making use of the ability there to getting rid of the warrant at
Now, this is interesting, sending the sheriff
Nottingham.
to the spot with 2 heroes, rather than sending the sheriff to the friar's location when he would be vanquished that turn, because now next turn, sheriff has nowhere to go.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is very true. The sheriff, every time he moves to a spot before Prince John takes his turn, when there's a hero there, Prince John gains 1 power.
Now, we probably will see the White Rabbit getting played. There's not much point to Momrance right now.
Yeah, so the rabbit going to be going over to the rabbit's house. We're kind of back where we started for baby Daisy Lover, except without those bow and arrows on Trigger.
But Prince John is now almost halfway to win condition. And Rock Mocha has been just burning through card guards.
Rock Mocha over at the Hedge Maze. We're going to be gaining 3. We got to play a card action there.
Only 1, because Cheshire is still squatting.
We're playing the Tweedles. Okay.
Yeah. Lulu currently rolling around wherever she is. Down
Hey,
so we
man.
can see everything.
I'm all for it. You know, if we can find use for the Tweedles, maybe they don't belong in this great pile.
I like the Tweedles. I definitely disagree with Lulu on this one. I think they have their place. I'm just amused.
You know, they sing a pretty funny song in the movie. I'll give it that.
Walrus and the
All right,
Carpenter.
looking like here we're just going over to the church. We're going to be playing some Wolf Archers to Nottingham. We're moving over Trigger, so it looks like we're going to go for maybe a Vanquish here.
Mm-hmm.
Try to see if we can get something going.
Probably take out Little John, get that 4 power, plus another 2 on top, which puts you over halfway.
On top of that, you're going to be able to move the sheriff as well, so you'll get pretty good amount there.
Oh, using the Tweedles to kill the Caterpillar. And realizing, yeah, you're going to need to get rid of the card guard to do that, because the Caterpillar made the Tweedles only 1 strength. Oof. I think right now this is Prince John's game to lose. That is the 3rd take the shot. And there are no card guards on the board. Oh, but we do have a judgment.
The judgment will let Queen of Hearts gain 3 power.
That it will.
Oh, and we have a Fury. Okay.
Now you get your choice of 2 heroes to shrink.
I'll tell you what, we do like Fury. Definitely one of the cooler conditions in the box, I feel.
Oh, indeed. That's quite unique. I do like when conditions play into the unique mechanics of the villain.
So it looks like we shrunk the Mad Hatter and the White Rabbit, looking like we want to get that play a card at White Rabbit's house back and that fate action back I told you would.
But March Hare has come back out. So Mad Hatter and March Hare are both at 5 once again.
All right, here's a card guard. To the courtyard we go.
We're getting another fate. And they are off screen, so I can see that. I see a clever disguise. And I don't want to jiggle around the camera. So I don't know what the other one is.
So Clever Disguise, Steal from the Rich is the other
Ah.
card. Steal from the Rich is actually really, really good to play on Maid Marian. If there's one hero that you definitely want to play it on, it's definitely Maid Marian.
It's
Mostly
definitely
because
Maid Marian.
Robin Hood comes out immediately the second she's vanquished, basically.
That she does.
Looking like here we got a move over to Sherwood Forest, gain 1 up. Gentleman's move of the sheriff. Gotta make sure you do that before our turn starts, typically.
We have the Dormouse and a makes you larger, so we can undo one of those shrinkings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think here you definitely unshrink the Mad Hatter.
Yep.
Notice here I'm using because unbirthday, unshrink. Haha.
Yeah.
Okay.
How else would you say it? De-shrink?
I know, right?
Anti-shrink?
We are
Embiggen?
So we're back over here to Rock Mocha. Looking like we're gaining 2. We're going to spend 3 on off with your head.
On the Dodo.
You're the Dodo.
But that does mean that there's no longer a shrunken hero there.
Takes the shrunken hero out, or that takes the Dodo out. So now you can get activates going over there.
Convert that card guard into a wicket. You got a ways to go, though. You got to find the other ones.
All right, looking like here. Yep, moving the sheriff. We'll go into the jail, get some more power. Baby Daisy Lover here getting pretty close.
Indeed.
Getting rid of Greed.
Yeah, the Greed is never going to proc.
You know, yeah, like, although it is pretty easy to pop Greed in this matchup, it really isn't that hard to avoid either. Even though it's the Queen of Hearts obviously needs money.
Yeah.
But Greed is one of those conditions that is normally pretty easy to avoid, you know, much like greed and trickery.
Queen here has been spending a lot of money and hasn't really been keeping her allies around for a very merry birthday or stopwatch, so not the highest power here.
Looks like we're going to play a card guard at Tolji. Baby Days Lover got a cowardice for Nutsy instead, it looks like.
Deciding where to put him.
Are we getting a fade action? We are. Pluck and Steal.
Steal here isn't really the best because it's got to go on Maid Marian. But it looks like that's what we're doing. It'll bring Robin Hood back out, but then that's going to be an 8 power swing. Or we're going to play Lady Cluck and give 2 power to Prince John.
Yes, Lady Cluck, really beefy hero. one of the stronger heroes in the box. Matches the strength of the genie.
Yeah, she is
6.
Big and tall.
Yeah, she is big chicken. Yeah, so looking like here, Baby Daisy has a play card, Vanquish, and also one of the actions on top because of Sir Hiss. Looking like we're going to gain 1, and we're going to vanquish Maid Marian outright. And
that is game. That brings you more than 20, and Queen of Hearts can't fade. So it doesn't really matter if Robin comes out if the game is just over.
So there's Robin Hood out on the board, 22 power out.
Real Cortos is bringing up that Lady Cluck has such high strength because of her scene from the movie, which, yeah. But Queen of Hearts doing her best the last turn there, killing off the White Rabbit. But
I
Prince
mean,
John.
play it out. You know what I'm saying?
Play
Play it out.
I mean,
Play it out.
there is some valor in that, but there's also some sense in, hey, you won, let's move on to the next game. But it's up to you. All right, so that is game one for Baby Daisy Lover, BDL, as Prince John, the only villain based on a historical figure.
You know, I also wanted to bring up too, real quick before we get into game 2.
Mm-hmm.
One of the villains that's been actually performing pretty well this week, is Prince John.
Yeah.
He's in the green. He's got a good record as far as week 1 goes. Then again, it is week 1, so I know you guys in the chat are like, "Oh, it's only week 1. Data this, data that."
Ooh.
I know, it's only week 1.
I was going to say I've also
Prince
gotten
John,
a win as Prince John this week, but Baby Daisy Lover's pulling out Gaston, which I was not expecting. I would have expected Lady Tremaine, but here we're going to see the man, the myth, the legend. My, what a
Gaston.
guy. Gaston.
We have Gaston versus Dr. Facilier.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
And also, I do want to remind, I have a great Gaston story after this set that I want to tell.
Oh, I was there for it. I was watching it.
Keep that in mind. But we have Gaston here from Despicable Plots, the newest Disney Villainous expansion, with Dr. Facilier, who in this league has been nothing short but dominant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's basically a toss-up between him and Ratigan taking the lead. Although we have before discussed how it's mainly due to 2 or 3 players who have gotten very good with the Doctor, and once you take out those 2 or 3 players, his win rate drops rather significantly.
Yeah, so
we are
again
off
here
the races with Gaston going. All right, I was slightly confused by going to the tavern first turn. There's not much you can do there. But we are going to discard a single swoon and do a single fate. It's an almost there, a forced almost there. Wonder if we're going to see anything played here by Gaston.
Hold on. It shuffled. Yeah, it shuffled. I checked.
Yes, because those... so that is a coinky-dink there.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so almost there.
In goes a masked spirits. That is what you want to see.
Yeah, so almost there. If the fate deck is unshuffled, the 3 almost there will be on top. So that's why we did that quick check.
Back, which is interesting.
You know, I think that is normally the pretty good call against Doctor. You know, you do want to keep it pretty low. If you have a mask in there, so that way you can pretty much definitively hope that Cards Will Tell won't work.
Exactly. I was actually playing this exact matchup earlier today. I was lapping with Zachary, not Pinsense, and my Gaston was just terrible. We were seeing a played Masked Spirits. It's often a little risky, but there's already Masked Spirits in the Fortune pile anyway, so I guess whatever. Getting that out there, discarding a Desperation, and both Frog forms. A little surprised at the Desperation, because that could have gotten out. That Masked Spirits is already in there. But I guess we are looking for our pieces, our Talisman and Rule New Orleans. And it looks like, and there's a Beautiful as Me propped from that 4th action. Are we going to see the Rose picked here? Because the Rose would let you bring out Beast and play something else. And so, because the Rose shuffles itself in, and then, no, the Rose discards itself, then the mirror shuffles it in.
Yeah, I would say the mirror is going to shuffle it in. Yeah, so here you have to play the Beast, shuffle the Magic Mirror and the Rose back in.
Yep. So I think we may have a case here of needing to read the cards. These are new villains. Not everyone is necessarily familiar with them.
Yeah, so the order of that, because of the mirror, it's kind of wonky. Since we're playing the mirror, the first thing it does is brings out the Beast, right? And then you have to shuffle the mirror and the discard pile back into the villain deck. Since the Rose is considered to be back in the discard pile once you play the other card, You shuffle both back
so
in.
we have
then you
both
draw.
obstacle removing heroes out on the board. Beast is very big, and Maurice gets his invention, so they are both a little hard to get rid of. But if you do get rid of them, they do give obstacle removal. Maurice does have a typo. Maurice says when he's vanquished, you remove the obstacles from Belle's house. The designers intended that any defeat, so Hunter's Instinct will work.
And also here, I know that Baby Daisy Lover played Beautiful as Me, so this is going to be a 2 obstacle removal
Okay,
here
this is
because Beautiful as Me
interesting.
popped off.
He's removing the Beast's castle obstacles, even though Beast has just come out. But that is also an immediate Hunter's Instinct on Maurice, removing those Belle's house obstacles, leaving us with just the tavern and the woods having obstacles.
I mean, that is really good there. That's obviously what you want here. Now, looking at kind of the power stance for Baby Daisy Lover, coming to the light is a huge one that could be really big here.
Oh, yes.
For Baby Daisy. As we go back over to Rock Mocha, looking like we're heading over to the Voodoo Emporium. And yeah, with Gaston, a lot of stuff happens. So if you blink, you'll miss it. It's kind of really all I got to say. We're going to be playing a Voodoo Dolls out to the parade. I like that play because typically Facilier's board can be smorgasborded with heroes in an instance, so you want to have allies out. Be our guest that can bring Maurice back, or I've never seen so many books that can put an obstacle back on, and I think that is the correct play. You want to get those obstacles just back on the board, especially with the quick movement. If Gaston can start moving pretty quick, you just want to start getting obstacles back on, even if it's just one.
Okay, chat is bringing up, and I am rereading the rose. All right, the rose should not have been shuffled in. That was an error on our part. Because the rose, the other card is played first, and then the rose is discarded. It didn't matter too much anyway.
Interesting. Our bad.
Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes.
We are not designers, we are fans. Oh, there's a big coming to the light, and that's what I was just saying. You know, if in that instance you have coming to the light, it's really big. You can just get rid of 2 obstacles.
So that is 5 obstacles removed. All we need is a get out. Dr. Sylvia is still looking for his pieces.
But where with get out, we also need 5 power, which is going to be really hard to come by.
Yeah, it takes a couple turns. Dr. Facilier avoiding now Tiana's place because Lewis is sitting there. What you can do is use the Voodoo Dolls to move Lewis to a better location. Or just move the Voodoo Dolls to Lewis's location, I suppose.
And looking like here, he might want to set up the allies to possibly vanquish Lewis. Or there.
You're shoving Lewis out of the way.
That is a really good call as well. You know, either call is pretty good.
We're discarding extra cards will tell. And friends on the other side. And passing back to Gaston.
Yeah. And then here's the hard part about Gaston as far as being defensive. You know, once the beast is out on the board and once Beast Castle is covered.
Take Me Instead, which could bring out Belle.
And there she is.
That is the risk with Take Me Instead. Now gotta get rid of her.
Yeah, so I also have a great story about Take Me Instead. This character's been out for a couple of months, and we're 2 days into the season. I've already got great stories about Gaston. More than I've ever had about Hook. So, revolving around that card and the blue-dressed girl over there with the beast at Beast Castle. Looking like over here, Dr. Facilier, this is a pretty good spot, you know, as far as Belle being on the board. If you're able to start getting some of those obstacle removal or obstacle replacing cards out from the fate actions, this is where Gaston can begin to be a little bit of a headache.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nice play as well here from Rock Mocha using Sleight of Hand. We're going to look at the top 3 cards of our villain deck, take 1 and discard the rest. This is a pretty great tool if you're still looking for those cards, Rule New Orleans and the Talisman, but there is that running fear that it could draw both Rule New Orleans and the Talisman, and you would have to discard 1.
So the odds that are pretty low. It sucks if it happens, but I think it's statistically low enough that you shouldn't be too afraid.
And here are the cards that you want. You want that Saving My Life. You want to be able to replace the obstacles, get the obstacles back on the board while Belle is out. And this is where
we're returning them to the tavern.
Which I think is still a really good call. You know, if you're returning
Kratos
to
is
Beast
asking,
Castle,
you're supposed to reshuffle the revealed cards back into the Fate deck. Take Me said, yes, you are. This was clarified by a designer. Take Me instead says, find a hero from your Fate deck. And the rationale is that because it says find, you shuffle the other revealed cards back in. All other secret cards, like Scrying, they will say what to do with the other revealed cards. Take Me Instead does not. So you shuffle them back in.
I do believe Baby Daisy Lover did that whenever Take Me Instead was played. So looking like here, Rock Mocha coming back over to the parade. It's a little bit more power. Here's the cane.
Ooh.
It's a really, really good item for Dr. Facilier. Although it is susceptible to Beautiful as Me, but I don't think we have too much to worry about now because we're not at a giant spot where Gaston can just win the game. So it's looking like here we're going to use the cane to gain a power. We're at 3 actions. There's a Friends on the other side, discard, and a draw. So it looks like...
Avoiding Beautiful as Me.
Here comes another Take Me Instead. It's not going to be Belle.
It can't be. It is Lumiere instead.
Yeah, and again, the key thing there at Take Me Instead is that it'd be really nice if it did discard those cards.
That would be obstacles. Amazing.
But it doesn't.
Because then you can just skip by those It Is Yous. Or there's only one It Is You, but we just saw it still in there.
Yeah. And then here's the pretty interesting thing about Doctors, that he's got these low 3-strength heroes. 3 strength or lower. These guys can normally take the Talisman, which is a card he needs to have on his side of the board to win. They have plenty of fate effects as well, but normally they're really good at just taking the Talisman and really delaying the game that way. But he's going to be using Charlotte here to put her on the board, put some cards into the Fortune pile, but those Mass Spirits are just going to be able to take out Charlotte if he wants to just go Vanquish.
They will be able to, yes.
But although right now, Baby Daisy Lover is fate locked currently, so Rock Mocha is pretty comfortable in just... Okay, it looks like we're going to go for the Vanquish right now.
Zach Pinson's pointing out, did Baby Daisy Lover forget to remove the obstacle?
I think it was not.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so it looks like we got a Shadow Spirits over there with Louis as well. We do have a Fate action, so we can Fate. Here comes the Fate to Gaston. And there's the
It Is You. There's no real point in moving the Beast right now, aside from also using the ability to reshuffle back in Belle. But we are seeing It Is You.
And It Is You is particularly devastating when there's at least more than 3 or more obstacles off of each location. But anytime it can really put obstacles back, it's a great card.
Yes.
So we got 2 obstacles back because you put 1 obstacle back at each location. Here comes a wolf. So we have 1 wolf, and the wolves are pretty interesting. We'll get more into their ability if there are more wolves played.
They're
maybe these are not really
hungry hyenas, but a little better.
But alas, there aren't as many wolves as there are hyenas.
There aren't.
But they do have a pretty unique ability that hopefully we'll see here in a little bit.
They are cheaper and they are more flexible.
It looks like
being indecisive.
Coming over to the parade, we're gaining 2 power. Looking like there's an illusion powder. I like that play. I do like that play a lot because now you're going to be able to, if he moves over those voodoo dolls, he's going to be able to vanquish Louis next turn.
Yeah. The one thing
pending
I don't
a
like
evening
is
star.
that illusion powder now is way out of position. It's usually better at the Voodoo Emporium, where you're going to probably be vanquishing a lot. But getting one use out of it, there is merit there.
I don't believe he's moved anything yet. Ooh, the move is going to move. Interesting.
Skarmer Squad says, I feel like Despicable Plots villains all have a tendency to get fate locked more than the others. My first game as Horn King was just fate locked for 10 turns. There is that tendency. You don't see that as much with Lady Tremaine because she has so many ways to move heroes around or get around them, or to choose where the heroes go. I think Gaston is the most true of that because it's so hard for him to move allies. It is just, I think he gets the most. With Horned King, he can open up more of the quite easily once he starts getting those Born out.
So it's looking like there we got an Evening Star. It's going to put the Shadow Spirits in the Fortune pile.
Mm-hmm. And we did move the Cane into the Voodoo Emporium, that's the combo spot.
We also had a temper play on Baby Daisy Lover's end that lets you remove one obstacle. Here's a nice play. I like this play a lot. You know, that big combo spot, being able to use the Cane. He had another Shadow Spirits in hand. He's going to vanquish Louis.
Move the Voodoo Dolls, and there goes Louis. And you can now use the Illusion Powder.
If the Illusion Powder is going to allow you to take one card or two cards from the Fortune pile and put them into the discard pile.
Illusion Powder is not single use. It is multi-use.
I say the Illusion Powder is really, really good in that instance.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to put the Mask in the Fortune pile and the Shadow Man.
Admin saying, funnily enough, Gaston has 4 ways to remove a hero from the castle. That is true. Hunter's Instinct and Bella's Mind lets him do that. But it only helps if there's only one hero at the castle, and there's often more than one, like we see here.
Here comes Cogsworth and Massaging My Feet. Massaging My Feet is a really, really good fate card. It allows you to replace 2 obstacles anywhere, as opposed to, I think there's one that lets you replace 2 at a single location. I can't remember what that one is called, but there is one or two of those that do that.
And this is where we get to like my beef with Gaston. Is it's so easy to just send him back up to full, and unlike basically every other villain, there's not really an engine for Gaston aside from just the LeFou Wolves cycle.
And really, where I would talk about the Beast Castle is that it is easy to take heroes out that are low strength. But if the Beast is at his castle, it is pretty difficult, especially if he moves allies that are there. So it is pretty difficult to get control of the castle. So it looks like here we're going to got Sleight of Hand on the board. Okay, we discarded Mass Spirits. We're going to play Sleight of Hand, it looks like. Again, we're looking for either Rule New Orleans or the Talisman. Yeah. Taking a little peek. There's a card. Terror. And Desperation.
Ooh. Yeah, and I do like Sleight of Hand best either at one of the discard locations or at the Bayou, because at the discard location, you can just chuck more cards. At the Bayou, you can immediately play whatever it is you just drew. Although you can do that with the Cane as well.
So this is actually a pretty interesting play. So we can move the Beast, which, I mean, it isn't too bad here because we get some allies there already. I don't know if Baby Daisy Lover was maybe focusing on vanquishing the Beast. I mean, we do have to play the Magic Mirror here. And this is actually really interesting. This is the first Fate here. So we're going to move the Beast over and just shuffle back up, and there are no cards in the Fate discard pile. We got a fresh Fate as if it never happened. And yep, moving the beast over there is a really good option over there at the woods. Obviously, the fate action is still there in the game too, but you want to get rid of that discard.
Now, this is the one engine that you can do with Gaston is
Ooh.
Monsieur Dark. Just whittle away at those obstacles, and you just got to try to make sure that you can do it faster than your opponent can put them back.
Okay. We did do a Hunter's Instincts to defeat Lumiere,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to open up Beast Castle. But
we do get a fate here.
Yeah, and here is one of the reasons why Doctor can be very, very strong is because the Cane can do a multitude of combo plays whenever. Normally, you see it play 2 copies of Cards Will Tell, or play the Talisman and Cards Will Tell.
Yeah,
but now it's going to be able to gain you 2 power, move stuff, discard. It can do you a plethora of things. Because Brock Boca Boss now has 5 power. He's put all the obstacles back on the board. Yep. And I think this is still a really good play. Even if Ray here is pretty nice. You're going to get to cover a spot and get rid of those voodoo dolls.
I like Ray at the Voodoo Emporium here.
Either or Voodoo Emporium. Yeah, Voodoo Emporium is probably the best call.
Just to slow down the Fate Deluge by at least a small amount.
But again, we have 3 cards in the fortune pile. So, Rule New Orleans, Talisman is not checkmate here, unless he goes here and something huge happens. Because now we're at 2 power.
There's the Talisman.
Levers in. And there's Rule New Orleans.
Now let's check how many cards are in that fortune pile. It is 4. That is pretty high odds. 4. I didn't see if the Illusion Powder got rid of a Masked Spirit.
It did get rid of a Masked Spirit, so there are no... I can actually go in there and check. I hope the players don't mind. There's a Sleight of Hand, Shadow Spirits, Voodoo Dolls, and Rule New Orleans.
Okay, so it's high odds of a win for Facilier here, unless Gaston can pull out a short enough hero.
We have not seen Big Daddy, so that is one fake card we haven't seen yet. So
that is true.
There's Mama Odie, so that's going to take the Talisman.
At least. The best. I keep her far away from the Illusion Powder.
Yeah, I try to keep her away from that. All right, so it looks like here, Rock Boca is still in a pretty okay spot. He's at 2 power. He can honestly just take care of Mama Odie pretty immediately here.
But so if he had one more power, he could both vanquish and then use the opened up top row at the parade to do a vanquish. But we are still getting rid of Ray, so we can use our top row here.
We're getting rid of Ray.
We're going to do a fate, I assume. And probably either a move to get over the Illusion Powder. Oh, we're moving over the Cane. Interesting. No. I'm not a big fan of moving the Cane there. I think the Cane is perfectly fine where it is. I might move the Illusion Powder so it gets closer to Mama Odie. But...
Ooh. Or actually, we're going to discard instead. So we're going to see if we can get some cards out of our hand.
Yeah, that also
I
works.
Still like that. Especially if it's Terror. Because Terror is not going to pop off here,
right.
I don't think. It is you and Pots and Chip.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Did you say it?
It auto-saves. I have it to auto-save like every second.
Okay, good. Did we lose the stream?
I said that I'm currently taking a pee break. Oh, that is the wrong autosave. Okay. These. I think it's this one. Nope, okay.
We good?
Yep. Okay, I think we are... I think this is where. Yeah, this is where it was.
He had pots and chip, so that he discarded terror. Yep, and then pots and chip, and it is you were the cards that were next. Yeah. Okay. Part of the interruption, folks. We're back.
We are back.
All right, and you know the interesting thing about pots and chip here is that she's going to be able to move the beast.
Which means you move LeFou and the wolves.
Okay, so it looks like here we're not moving the beast, which I mean, at the current state of the game, I don't think it's too terribly big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But pots and chip is going to be covering up that top action.
They are
again. So, funny enough, maybe Daisy Lover could just activate Monsieur and vanquish pots and chip with Monsieur, but getting rid of 5 dozen eggs.
Now it's just 2 wolves needed.
Okay, so the 2 wolves are going to vanquish the beast. So we get the 2 obstacles from Beast's castle,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to take. Yeah, so you have to take the wolves back.
And it is back to Facilier.
I wonder if Baby Daisy Lover might have wanted to discard until after that, since the wolves do come back because of LeFou.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, not sure. That's something that I would want to do, but I don't know too much about Gaston yet.
Well, Facilier is fading again. Here comes Lawrence.
Yep, that's a great card to put down. Here, he's gonna just be able to vanquish Mama Odie.
That he will.
We still have Big Daddy LaBeouf looming, as well as Tiana.
Yeah, Tiana would be not the best here. I think you
Be our
want to be
guest?
our guest. Just pull the beast out.
Yeah.
The obstacle's already gone.
Yeah, so you can pull the beast out, put him at the woods again, move LeFou. Yep, I think that's a really good call. We are moving. We're gonna move LeFou.
Oh, I have a color. I should not. Oh, goddamn it. I apologize.
All right, so back over to Baby Daisy Lover here. Looking like, yep, we're going to go over and get the fade in. We're going to hope for Tiana.
Tiana, there she is. I would just plunk her right in the Voodoo Emporium.
Yes, but we're still going to be able to play Cards Will Tell because we're going to be able to gain the 2. If he has Cards Will Tell, he's going to be able to play it. So I know Rock Mocha did just discard a Cards Will Tell. So it'll be interesting to see here if he has another one. Yeah, so he could still pull this off if he gains power with the cane.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is over to Rock Mocha Boss here.
Looking like we're taking a quick second.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Oh, no, you doing? We're moving over. Interesting.
We might not have Cards Will Tell.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, there's only 3 copies.
All right, we are getting a play over at Bell's house, so if we get Cards Will Tell here, be in a pretty good spot. We do not have it, it looks like. Be getting 1. Carding Desperation. Yeah. Doesn't have much reason to be desperate here. Saving my life is huge.
Yeah, just put back those beast tokens.
Yep. Those back. We have more cards. A card to play. Although we know who's coming up next. We know Big Daddy's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So
how much time do we have on the game timer?
Game timer is at 19 minutes and 19 seconds.
Okay.
All right, we're playing a couple of wolves, so it looks like we're going to be ready to vanquish the beast again. Here's John Goodman. Evening Star. Okay, so I think we still play John Goodman, even though Lawrence is gonna vanquish Odie. So yeah, we're gonna put Rule New Orleans back on top.
That you do. And we are heading to the Emporium of Voodoo. Murdering the mama. Lets you dump out stuff from the fortune pile.
I still like this combo a lot. This combo is still really good. You know, the illusion powder still being on the board.
Mm-hmm.
Juju wasn't able to take it out. We're going to be able to take the cards out of the fortune pile. I hope. Okay, there we go. I was saying, gotta remember to do illusion powder.
Mm-hmm. It is. I mean, you played it. You want to get use out of it.
I'm gonna flip the timer.
Okay.
So just because that turn, kind of. Okay, so we're doing. Yeah, we're doing almost there. We know those cards. We know Rule New Orleans was on top, so I imagine Rule New Orleans is now on the bottom of those three cards. Like we're gonna head over to. Discarding cards will tell as well. And friends on the other side. I'm very curious as to what that one card is. Here's Belle. That's huge.
Oof.
Belle's Mine here would be really nice for Baby Daisy Lover. But that almost there did do the three cards. So you're for sure going to get Rule New Orleans here. And looking like we're going to get what I was saying. Vanquish Belle. Oh, but Belle's Mine isn't going to be able to take out the beast.
Ooh,
but Get
we
Out's going
see
to do a
Get
lot.
Out.
Okay, so Get Out going to take those 5 power to get 3 obstacles.
Deciding where to take the third one. Okay.
Yep. All right, we are back over to Rock Mocha here. More than likely not going to get a fade out this turn unless he plays a Voodoo Dolls and moves Tiana.
I mean, there's a possibility there. No, we're
Gaining
using
2.
it for money.
Remember, Tiana is on the board.
Mm-hmm. So got some more to play stuff.
It is going to cost 1 more to play cards. Frog form. Okay, for 1. Yep. Because Tiana on the board. And that's it. going to get a frog form on T. Looking like we might be able to vanquish. Ooh, okay, we're discarding a lot of cards.
Ooh.
So, looking like Baby Daisy Lover might want to rev it up here a little bit. The big timer is paused, and I don't know how to get it back.
You may need to flip it. Or what?
It's at 1919.
How? It's probably been in that since at least 8 o'clock. Because when it dropped, it didn't restart. Let's give him 5 more minutes.
Okay. Quick, chat. How many seconds are in 10 minutes? Quick. All right, we got to show me the beast. It's going to give us an obstacle. That's really nice there from Baby Daisy Lover. Juju. Pretty rad here. Can take out an item like the illusion powder and take the tally. $600. Thank you, Cortosis. And Zach.
Yeah, it's 60 times 10.
All right. Gaston could win next turn. Depending on, I think we've already seen Get Out go away though. So Get Out is already gone. Looking like here, we're gonna take out Tiana. It looks like Juju's gonna stay on the board.
No, Gaston doesn't have enough power to win next turn.
I would say, and I do believe Get Out is in the discard.
There were one more wolves out. You could. Oof. It would be a win, but it is not.
Looks like we're spending 2 on the mob.
Ooh.
We're gonna take out the beast. It has to be a mob and a wolf. So a mob and a wolf have to go away.
There's only one obstacle left.
One obstacle left on the board. Gotta be careful here. Gain 1. Look like we're gonna fate first.
Cilia has to.
Are we? Oh, we're gonna play Voodoo Dolls. I mean, I like it. That's what you want. And here's a fate. The Rose.
Ooh, you can't risk the Rose. You have to just play Cogsworth. And what you do is you play Cogsworth to the tavern.
Cogsworth at the tavern would be really nice. Depends on if there's a hero at the bottom. Or take me instead. Okay.
No, we are doing the Rose. No. That's a win for Gaston.
Yep, and that's victory. Because you have to remove an obstacle. And the game is over, folks.
That is 2 wins for Baby Daisy Lover. Well done there. Some good games.
You know, I do gotta give a big shout out to both players there. You know, game 1 went really well in the Baby Daisy Lover's favor. But I did see a whole heck of a lot of improvement there from Rock Mocha there. Obviously, Rock Mocha here being brand new here to Season 4. And I also want to give a huge quick shout out to not only to all of our players, but to all of our new players here joining us for the season. We've already had 3 seasons, and we've had a lot of people that have stuck with us for all 3 seasons so far, and a lot of people that have been with us for all 3 seasons and are playing in Season 4. So with the Wicked League, obviously playing a whole lot comes a lot of growth with the game. And it's so exciting to see new players come into the game. And that game too was a whole heck of a lot. It was definitely a lot closer, especially with Gaston there. Baby Daisy Lover did a really great job of bringing it back, obviously, with all the obstacles being put back. But yeah, I'm just really excited here for the future, especially for Rock Mocha here as he keeps going on here with the Wicked League here on Season 4. Obviously, Baby Daisy Lover's journey here with Season 4. I think this is his 3rd season. I can't remember if he was involved in Season 1. But yeah, that was a great set here from both of our players.
Yeah.
We got to see a Gaston win, which, I mean, hey, it's very exciting, especially for Despicable Plots.
I wonder if this is Gaston's first win in the season so far.
I don't believe it's his first win. I just got a win in a set that I still have to complete with Knick Knack. I'm going to tell that story. I know where you want to go to break, but I'm going to tell that story.
Oh no, we can tell the story. Like we can actually go back to cameras.
But I believe this puts him at 4 or 5 wins.
Nice.
Currently for the season. But yeah, it is very exciting to see. Kind of like I was telling you, the new Despicable Plots characters, how they fit into the mold, how they're going to shift the meta, things like that, how they're going to just shift the game in general and what it kind of looks like for the 1v1 scenario and our league with our certain rules and obviously the rules of the game. But yeah, it's been very interesting to see so far, and it's only day 2 of the league.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I want to get on to this Gaston story.
Go for it.
Big shout out again, Baby Daisy Lover, Rock Mocha Bass, Rock Mocha Boss. You guys were awesome. Thank you so much for playing. So yeah, I'm in the middle of a set with Knick Knack. I play Gaston both games. Game 1 was Gaston EQ. He won, but game 2, we were doing Gaston Jafar. And Jesus, like the first 5 turns, I had Jasmine on the board with a wish at least. And I don't think he had the Scarab until the end of the card cycle, basically. So
yeah, it was at the bottom. I was watching. That was ridiculous.
And I think I got another wish, like the next fate, so I put it on Jasmine, and Jasmine was kind of just buff as all hell, basically.
Yeah, she had all 3 wishes at one point.
But during this time, it felt like every single fate, and I had the streets covered, but it felt like every single fate that Knick Knack was getting on me was either putting obstacles back or putting Belle on the board, or both. And I just didn't have the rhythm to be able to get the obstacles off in time.
Yeah, I think that's probably a lot of the Gaston gameplay, how it's going to end up coming out, is that you spend like the first 5-6 of the game just oscillating up and down, back up to full obstacles, like between like 3 and 8 obstacles. You just keep oscillating up and down until finally the fate comes in your way and just all the way down. Because you had one obstacle left multiple times.
Yeah, I had one obstacle left multiple times. And kind of the key to his gameplay, a lot of what I've seen, is that a lot of people normally try to either set up the board really well with the wolves because they're cheap and you're not going to be spending all your power on them, or they just discard a lot and hope that they can move between the woods or Beast Castle enough to be able to fade a little bit, gain some power. And if Beast Castle is covered, then they're probably going in between the woods and Bells. But anyway, back to the story. The game pretty much went to time. It went the hour. Wait, no, the 45 minutes. We don't do the hour anymore. It went 45 minutes. The game ended because I had 3 obstacles left. I had come into the light in my hand and 2 power. There were no heroes on the board, and there were no heroes in the Fate discard pile. It was a fresh reshuffle. The 2 Fate cards were Be Our Guest and the Rose. So that's a forced Rose. And he got 2 heroes, and neither of them were Belle. So he put out Maurice. He had to remove an obstacle. I went over the Beast Castle, gained a 1, played Come Into the Light, and took the 2 obstacles off of Beast Castle, because both of them were still there, and I won the game. So kind of a really crazy way to end it there. Gaston has a lot of shenanigans that I could talk about. Maybe some of you guys were experiencing the same thing. Both of our players are in the room, and I know you do want to go to break. More than likely to get Garrett in here.
Yeah, we'll get him in
So
a
I'll end the
sec.
story there.
No,
But
I did
I
want to.
do
I
want to
wanted to share
hear.
my
Yeah.
story of Horned King today, where it was a pretty long game. I was up against an evil queen, and my Cauldron-born. My first hand was 3 Cauldron-born, and we got you now, Pigkeeper. And just it was the fates kept fucking me over, and I finally did eke out a win at like half an hour in, but like the Cauldron-born were all at the top, the ancient soldiers were all at the bottom, and it was a very long game.
Yeah. I do see both of our players from the last set, Rock Mocha Boss and Baby Daisy Lover, in the chat. Thank you guys so much for playing. It was an awesome set. Looking forward to seeing you guys more in the league. And I think if we don't have any other stories left to tell, I have a set to finish
Okay.
with Knick Knack.
Yeah, best of luck to both you and Knick Knack. May the worst villain win.
All right.
But we are going to take a little 5-minute break here, empty out your bladders, go refill your snacks, and then I'll be back with Not My Dance as co-commentator as we watch Cincinnati and Cortosis. See y'all in a little bit. Hello, everybody. We are back. I am joined by not my dance, and we are here for another set. We're going to have Cortosis and Cincinnatus. I know that Cincinnatus also is a big fan of Mother Gothel, like Baby Daisy Lover. Used her to great effect last season. Cortosis I'm not as familiar with. I've seen him in the Discord. Don't think I've played against him, or if I have, I have completely and utterly forgotten, in which case I am deeply apologetic to you, Cortosis. But what is your take on this matchup?
Well, I'm going to say first off, I do believe that we're going to see at least some form of Mother Gothel. I know that he's been, louding the hell out of her, and he's been trying to do a lot with her. So I think I think what he's been able to do has been very good, and he's been able to change the standards and just the status quo of Mother Gothel as a whole. We've gotten to see some really good plays from him last season with her. And even just already what he's done this season, I know what he's allowed in between seasons. I know that Cincy will do a lot of good stuff with Mother Gothel. But Cortosis, I don't know as much about him. But if I'm not mistaken, he played a couple games with, I believe, I want to say Pete Niku. I don't, wait, hold on. I have that actually. Yeah, he's played a little bit of Pete and Evil Queen in his last couple of games, and he managed to win at least his first set of the season with a 2-0. But I don't know what he's going to pull out this time. It could be truly anything. He's got. I don't know much about him myself either because of that. But he'll be able to do a lot of really good stuff. Although I can see if he's talked to me about stuff in the past.
He may have gotten a 2-0 on his first set, but Cincinnatus was season champion last season.
He wasn't season champion last season. That was a while ago. That was like season 1. The guy's old.
Oh, that's right. That was
out of date.
God damn it. Because it
was
was Cincinnatus.
You can actually look at the walls.
It was War Chaos's Dr. Facilier, and then Zach Pinson's was the most recent one. Right. Okay. It's too hot. I've got a fan. I'm not wearing pants, so I'm not going to stand up. I don't need to subject you to all of that.
Please don't. I don't think that's allowed. Unless we are doing a hot tub stream, in which case I can throw on my Speedo.
No, this isn't an OnlyFans.
Are we sure? Hot tub stream? Hot tub stream. It's allowed. It's allowed. What?
So there's the thing. It's socially acceptable to wear underwear if it's a bathing suit. It's not socially acceptable to be out in underwear if it isn't a bathing suit. It's like Speedo, you're fine. Tidy whities, no.
I don't get it. I honestly don't
weird.
Get that logic.
It's the social arbitrary norms. Anyway, we are way off track.
How dare you try to understand the social arbitrary norms of today's day and age?
Just murder me now. We're gonna go to the board here. I haven't buried
probably a good idea.
Enough. Where's this thing? You are not Brian Jones. You are not a Madance. And I assume you want your
I am definitely not.
Necessary sacrifice picture.
Oh, what do you call it? I noticed chat, by the way. Sorry, I was my phone was on a different thing, so I didn't get it. Yes, I notice you, and I do see that both Zach Pinsons and Purple Potato would appreciate a hot tub stream. Where can we have a verbal promise from you right here, right now, that next week will be a hot tub stream?
I have a hot tub. I mean, I have a
That's not what I
bathtub.
asked. There you go. That works.
No, okay. This
I'm so
isn't
sorry,
an OnlyFans. I'm sorry to disappoint.
It's allowed on Twitch. It's allowed on Twitch too. I don't know what you're hoping for.
I'm not.
Since it looks like he's still loading up in the room at the moment.
I am here to play Villainous. I'm not here to sexually gratify you folks. As much fun as sexual gratification is, I prefer to do that at other times during my day. Oh, dear.
Oh, Zach, I'm reading the joke now. Yes, that's a very funny joke.
That's right.
No. My wife is currently not here. Otherwise, I would be watching The Bachelorette tonight.
So this is honey, you're watching The Bachelorette with me sort of deal.
It is. And that is not where I am tonight. Yes, I look at all of the great jokes that Zach.
Cortosis is on the left here, and Cincinnatus is on the right.
Who do you think Cynthia will play? Do you think he will just go for an immediate Mother Gothel?
We might see Mother Gothel. We might see a Despicable Plots villain. I'm not sure who. I'd love to see some Horned King, but it's not up to me.
I haven't seen much of him this season thus far. I haven't been able to watch your set because I do know that you said you played him, but I haven't seen much more than that.
I was very happy about
That's good. I went for something crazy. All I played was, funny enough, Jafar.
Yeah.
Yep. Real quick, that is a real chat. If Cincinnatus does gain trust as Mother Gothel, the chat does need to be spammed with trust in all caps. I hope to see it. But you're not seeing that.
It's a cat fight. Long
it's a cat fight, ladies and gentlemen.
King.
It's very interesting. Pete, just a guy who wants to go about his day and just do a couple random chores that he has to do. Whereas for some reason, have you ever thought about how weird Scar's actual objective is in this game?
That's just serial killer stuff. It's normal.
No, he wants to frame his nephew for the murder of his brother, then claim that the nephew was killed, then take over the late brother's home by using his brothel.
Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and defend The Lion King the movie because I'm not the biggest fan of The Lion King the movie. I think it has serious issues, including how it's kind of pro-monarchy. I don't like that. But Scar as a villain in Villainous, his objective is kill lots of people. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
That's a lot tamer of an objective. Pete does have to complete the 4 selected goals. We don't know what they are. They could be any one of 5. We'll talk to them as they go through. And Scar just has to have 15 strength in his succession pile, and he can't get any strength in his succession pile, which is basically where heroes that are defeated after Mufasa go.
I will.
Looks like Cincy is getting mulligan.
I wonder what the goals are.
Who knows? Not you.
I don't. It's just sad.
No, I'm sorry. But it does look like that. I think they're almost ready. Yep, they are ready. And Cordos is going straight over to Podunk. Gaining 3, spending 2 to immediately play a game. Suckers.
Airstrike and oh my god.
That's 5 power.
Is this win big here? It is! Holy shit.
That's the best. Win big. So win big is Pete's goal, in which he must play a game, which allows him to reveal the top 2 cards of his deck, and then gain power equal to their cost. He must gain at least 4 power at that location with playing it.
If you're going to get win big, you want it at Podunk Landing.
And I find that win big, it's either easier the earlier into your deck or the later into your deck, because anywhere in the middle you're screwed. At least in my opinion. I've never had a good time.
Graveyard. So just a quick little talk about Scar. Scar has been considered on the lower rung of the villains. He's a little slow. He's often fragile because he can get fate locked at the Savannah. But when I was doing my labbing as Horned King, the King Mufasa playing Scar just bulldozed me. It was not even close. So there is potential in Scar. I think people just need to figure out how to play with him well.
I think he has a very high skill ceiling, similar to Mother Gothel, in that it just takes a lot of setup and actual knowledge of what is going to be going on for him. That a lot of people, I probably couldn't see the opponent's cards. But it's he has a lot of issues in which it's you need to be able to very well balance the allies you have out in addition to the heroes you bring out and the heroes you kill, and how to deal with fates. It's very much a swingy scenario as a whole, and it can be difficult for just newer people or someone new to him just to grab in general, which is why when you see more experienced players with him, I've seen, Joker Jonesy, he absolutely kills with with Scar. But since he continuing his turn now, Ed makes all hyenas cost 1 less to play at his location, and playing another hungry hyena there.
Since he's making his killing zone in the Savannah, which is interesting. Normally, I like to put it at the Elephant Graveyard, because I think the Elephant Graveyard has it's least harmful to have that top row covered. But putting at the Savannah, that does put you at a potential of a Fate Lock, but it does also mean that you can clear Fate Locks more easily. So there's some give and take there.
Yeah. Oh, Cortosis did play the Jalopy. One of the
Purple,
four
I don't
NDS
think
in his
anyone
deck.
kills it with Jafar. I just can't think off the top of my head any good
No.
Jafar players.
Dude, Jafar sucks. You play Jafar, you lose. It's bad. Immediate loss.
Ooh,
No good.
Simba Nala. So early Simba. So this is actually interesting, and I can now see even more of a pro to this, is that now you want to avoid playing Heroes of the Savannah because they're just going to die. We do see a Sneaky Pete putting back a card. Why was there a shuffle there?
I think he drew one extra because I don't think it was his. I don't think it was his turn. I think it was just like end of turn stuff. If I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, so kind of
yes,
like how Warrant and Illusion Powder and Lucifer, I'll say, hey, you don't want to put a card here. Kind of protects that spot.
Yeah, I think that's what Cincy is trying to go for, because oftentimes you can just get to a place in which you are Fate Locked and you can't use that valuable reset location. But putting more allies there means that you're able to set up, and then if someone does put a hero there, if you need to go to that spot, you can stampede them away.
Knocked Silly
Beautiful
is less useful now because Windbig's already gone. We don't know if Strike It Rich is even going to be one of these goals. Playing Mickey. So that playing Mickey to the airport does cover up that top Fate, but there is already a Bandit there. So
yeah, if Pete has what is it called, a horse, he could go. He could immediately use that cheapest option probably to take out Mickey. But
and you could move the Jalopy as well if that is one of your thingamalenses.
True. Or you could just use, again, a regular bandit. You have a lot of options here.
There's a horse.
And yep, you got the horse. So the horse, when it is played, it does allow you to move an ally or item to any location. So a nice little setup over there. Needing that extra play card action always is great. Using the bandit as well to defeat Mickey, which, by the way, any number of bandits can be played with the same play card action.
I think we're going to see a parrot here. No, it's another horse. And the horse is now going to move the Jalopy over to Podunk.
Ooh, I like it.
So this to me is suggesting that there is not Strike It Rich.
That it could be that, but I've also seen some people not set up the items until all three of them are out. So it could just be that he doesn't want to give any ideas, because a good part about Pete is that you don't know the goals the opponent does.
Because you've already used 2 of your 3 horses, so it's harder to get them back into position. Because it takes a while.
Fair,
it's a
but
lot
we don't know what
Cortosis
is. Yep. We'll have to find out what Cortosis' plan is, though, as we see Cincy go ahead and go over to the Elephant Graveyard, gain 3 power.
Gain 2 more power from a Stampede, killing Simba. Simba does not go into the Succession pile, unfortunately, but it does clear out that spot. And what else does he want to do? He did gain 2 power with that because of Bonsai's ability. We have a comment in the chat, Scammer Squad, saying there's some elements of this card that are pretty fun. I just wish he'd need less resources to win. If the win condition was 12 or 13 instead of 15, he might be more usable. Okay, so it is too easy for Scar to get to 12 or 13. I think that would be too good. We are seeing another
All you would need to do is just kill Simba and Mufasa, and you just win, basically, because all you need is any other guy. So I'm okay with. I think the 15
Pete
is great.
is going after a Rule the Realm right now, which is the goal where he wants to start his turn with more allies and heroes at each location. Scar can do something about this.
Yeah, either of his fate locations are available right now. It just depends on what he has planned for his turn, and how important that is. Because you have to, with Scar, you have to take into account which objectives are easier to defeat, or which goals are easier to stop, and which ones are a lot harder.
I'm honestly surprised that Cincinnati took out Simba so early.
I'm I will say real quick, by the way, Shenzi does have an ability when she is played. You are allowed to play another hyena from your hand with her.
We're seeing if
And he did choose to set back up.
reveal a goal, or it looks like we're going to hide. We're going to get rid of a bandit that will prevent Rule the Realm, and taking it away from the frontier town, which has the
and real quick, I do see a comment in the chat from Purple Duct Tape. Any reason to play more than one villain? I do typically only like to play one villain. I like to play a lot of Jafar. But a great thing with being able to have more than one villain is that you know more about different matchups. And if you think one matchup is better than another, you can prep for that and use that villain in that matchup. I think Jafar is very balanced and can go for a lot of matchups. But there's because of that as well. And also your opponent doesn't know who to play or who you're going to play. So you have that also element of surprise that you can get with like Pete's players as well.
Yeah, and then for me, I like variety. I like playing all the villains. And also, not every matchup is equal. Some villains are better. So in certain matchups, one villain has a higher chance to win. So you want to be able to counter pick. And also, the better you know how to play other villains, the better you know how to counter them when you're playing against them.
Yeah, that's fair. And if you're not really having a lot of success with one villain, that's not to say that that villain is bad. I would recommend labbing them and playing with them even more to see what you can do with them. Because I've played with, I think it took me about a season or two before I felt like Jafar was good.
And we see a Long Live the King, and just discarding everything, getting rid of a Rafiki at the top. Yep. Ooh, here's another one, another Long Live the King. What I'll also say,
ready for
Purple Duct Tape, is there is, on the old channel that's no longer updated anymore, there is an Evil Queen deep dive that I was the guest speaker on, and I go through my strategies for Evil Queen. If you look up Evil Queen deep dive, you should be able to find it. It's like an hour long. And I talk about what cards are good, what cards are less good, kind of strategies you want to go for. And I think it's a decent primer. You can also look at the Dominion Strategy Wiki. And there are also short strategy blips there to give you at least a starting point. Pete.
And also, we did just see Pete accomplish another one of his goals, Rule the Realm, which is have more allies at each location than heroes. He did just accomplish that, which means that he is now 2 of his 4 goals away from winning. We don't know what the last 2 are because they have not been revealed to any fake cards, but he did go over to the airport. He grabbed a power, and did he not? Oh, he chose not to fate. Okay, I like it. Choosing not to fate could be potentially beneficial because you don't want to bring out Mufasa for Scar, because Scar is going to be very happy with killing him.
Yeah, either being forced to play Mufasa or getting... Well, he wouldn't be forced because Timon is out to take a Prophecy or a Hakuna, or allowing Whisper to pull out Mufasa as well.
Yeah, and considering we've seen 2 of the 4 Long Live the Kings, it does mean that, since he does have that opportunity to choose whichever one he thinks is better.
Since he's going to go to the Savannah most likely here, there's not really any reason to not go in Fate and get in some...
You could, if you go over to the, if you go over to Pride Rock, though, you could potentially do another Long Live the King, find Mufasa, move the Stampede over, and kill him with either another Stampede or maybe a well-played... Actually, you don't really have any hyenas over at...
Yeah, there's no hyenas
over at the gorge.
Just stick with me. You could do a Stampede. Maybe that's what we're seeing here.
But let's see.
There is a Long Live the
one.
King.
I think
No,
is he
it's
doing
Be
it?
Prepared.
No, it's Be Prepared. Okay. Getting another Long Live the King, though, which is still pretty good.
I think you do take a Long Live the King. Seeing both Feeding Friends go by, honestly, that brings a slight joy to my heart. But we are taking the allies instead of the Long Live the King. I guess making your opponent fate for you. And putting out Ed the Hyena, moving over that Stampede.
Grabbing some more of those. Okay, interesting.
So, I think we have Roundup at Frontier Town. And it's got to be Strike It Rich at this point. It's Strike It Rich at the airport. Because
we haven't
play would have been done by now.
Real quick, power play is you have to spend 6 or more power in 1 turn at a certain location, accomplished easily by the bandits or using the 2 play cards at the Podunk or with the Jalopy. But since we haven't seen it, there's a good chance that is not one of the other 2.
I actually got going back over to this earlier today by playing the Jalopy and then 2 bandits. Just nice.
You know what? It's a great idea. I love that.
Ooh, we're seeing Donald getting
choosing
played.
Again, not outlawed. Which could reveal one, but instead just using Donald Duck, which is basically he's a little taunted guy.
Yeah, I think
Zach is pointing out that there Mhm.
3 long lives in the discard and 2 whispers.
Okay, yep. And
There
it's a good choice
goes
because he would have gotten
Mustafa.
Mufasa and he would have gotten Mufasa and a prophecy, which would have meant that Timon could have just gotten that prophecy. So he did set himself up and get rid of 2 of his Kuna Matatas during this. So he's going to be quite happy about this next chain of events. Cortos is not going to let him stay happy for long, though.
Ooh, but we do see an Injustice.
Real quick, Injustice is an amazing card. Before the opponent reveals cards, you can look at the top 2 cards and put them in, and either discard them or return each of them to the top of the deck in any order that you would choose, and then reveal cards to draw back up to 2.
So it's Pumbaa
That's
or
a
the
great
Prophecy. You probably put the Prophecy on Musaf, on Sarabi's baby daddy.
It's definitely Mustafa. Mustafa.
God,
Nothing else.
SBD, Sarabi's baby daddy.
That's, you know what? I'm going to be uncomfortable and I'm just going to continue. Prophecy cannot be attached to a hero who has any other attached items, and it gives the hero +3 strength, which means Mufasa now takes 9 strength to kill, and Scar currently only has 7 at that location. So you're going to need to play another hyena and then use a vanquish, which we might be able to see right here. Gaining 3, spending 1. You do need to spend 2 on that one. You do need to spend 2 on that hyena because of Ed's. Ed is not at that location. So he spent 2 to throw another hungry hyena there, and then if we could see a stick with me,
yeah, stick
which
with me.
does allow you. I think that's what we're going to see right here. Yeah, stick with me.
See. So you need both of those hungries and the stampede will do it.
Real quick, stick with me. What that does is it allows you to perform an action at any location with a hyena, any available action, other than fate, obviously, which you can use that vanquish and take care of Mufasa starting up your fate or your succession pile.
So I think Pete is as the upper hand right now with 2 goals in the bag. But still needs to find that 3rd item, still needs to get a bit more strength into the frontier town. But Scar now needs to kill a bunch of heroes.
Which I will say, his the other 2 goals, what they could be, other than the ones we've already mentioned, you do have you do have Strike It Rich, which is you need to have 3 items at 1 location, and considering all the items cost 3, can only play for certain locations. It's pretty difficult to do. And the other one is have 10 Roundup, which is 10 strength of allies at 1 location. Using Ed to quickly take out Timon. Really great choice right there with that vanquish action you can be able to use. And then Mini or Tired. Mini is amazing right now.
Mini's going to be perfect. I think you want to kill Steamboat Willie because Steamboat Willie makes Strike It Rich so much easier.
Yeah, I can see Steamboat Willie or the Jalopy right now. Either one of them I think is a great choice. Yeah. So Mini, by the way, when she was played, you can discard any ally or item from Pete's realm. So not just at her location, and it doesn't have a cost or strength limit.
Okay. I think I like Minnie at the service station, because if you play her Frontier Town, she's just going to immediately die. But, oh, that's right, service station is Roundup. Oh, we're getting rid of the Jalopy. Interesting.
All right, yeah.
That's true. Donald is
offers
out.
A lot of utility.
Donald is out. You are correct.
So it's going to be a second before.
Too annoying to let other people die before him.
Let me see. How does that sound? Does that sound great? I'm assuming it sounds exactly like it. Okay, interesting. So you got a lot of allies right here, grabbing a Stampede and Ed.
I like that.
Going to be very well set up.
Yeah. The problem with my Donald Duck's impression is I can make the noise. I can't speak and do the noise. I have no idea how people do that. So I can go. I can't say a line in that voice.
I can try. I have an uncle who does it much better than I can. I can do almost nothing. But yeah, we are seeing that stupid duck taken care of. You do have a move action. You've done everything else. I think you might just be trying to move the bank loot over and hopefully setting up for Strike It Rich, because I think you're right. We do have Strike It Rich over at that location. If I were to guess.
Just getting in that move. Scar with a nice empty board, though Scar does need heroes to kill. Getting out Ed again. It's just putting Ed at the gorge.
But if Cortosis does not fate him, I
Ooh.
think since he's going to be in a great place.
I think here
'Cause
you
then
hide.
he can-
Here you hide. You get rid of that bandit. You prevent roundup.
Yeah, it's difficult because of that. Actually, no, never mind. There aren't any 3-strength heroes, so you could do either one, and it would be pretty good. I hope Cortosis does fate here. I'm not because I've seen a lot of times which people will just not fate because of Scar's in a good place, and I've been that person as well.
Yeah.
But I've fallen into that trap so
You can get out
often.
Hakuna Matata. You can get out Sarabi. There are still.
You'll have enough
fates.
options. Yeah. And not every single card is going to be a hero helper. So we'll see what he does, though. He is choosing not to fate.
Going to Podunk.
Spending 4? Okay, yeah. Using the bandit's ability. Yeah, they don't need to be played to the same location.
Huh.
Setting up for a kill and then discarding. Outrage. All right.
That roundup. Because he's put a bandit over in the airport. That could just be protecting.
I don't know.
Or just trying to get us.
I think we would have seen power play sooner if it had come.
Too many bandits have gone by, as have almost all the items have gone by as well.
So let's see. Do you need to move something, or you just want to get more power?
Yeah, I don't think you want to do anything. All right.
Yep, mischief.
We have exchanged. We have decided that we want the gorge to be a killing zone instead of the savannah. So
which you do have Shenzi there, so even if someone does put a hero there, you're going to be mostly fine with it, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Mischief does allow you to draw take the bottom 2 cards of your deck and put one in your hand and discard it.
So that's 2 hungries over there. I think what you really want now is to pull out Simba, because he is just 5 strength. He makes it so much easier to get that 15.
Yeah. But I think Cortosis is just going to... I hope he's not... Okay, good. He's not going to keep avoiding the fate. He does need to fate at this point, because Scar's getting 2 set up that he's just going to be able to start taking stuff down with little to no issue.
That he will.
All right. So he did gain the 2 power, use the move with from Steamboat Willie to move the bank loot over to get that 1 additional. Putting another bandit... Yeah, it looks like it might be roundup, trying to just set up for that for the time being.
Zach Pinson says all the long lives are gone, but we did just see a reshuffle, so they are all coming back.
Yeah, so you're wrong. No. Let's see.
Nala, that is a forced Nala. She has to be played. There's nothing to put her feet.
Nala can be great, though, with Hakuna Matata. I think Nala is one of the best Hakuna Matata in heroes
and here
out there.
So putting Nala there means it's harder to do a stampede with her. And it also blocks that top fate. But you can just head over to the gorge, still fate, and play a hyena or a stampede and just kill it.
Yeah. Let's see. I will say, by the way, Favorite Days Lover, I do think that sometimes Nala can be more detrimental to him than Rafiki.
Yeah, so you don't want to play... Okay, so... Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter, because you have the move action
it doesn't
as
really
well.
matter. So just move her. She's dead.
Yeah.
So that's...
Either you play Stampede there or move it over or whatever.
That's 11. All you need now is
so you
Simba.
Need to kill... Yeah, but again, at one point...
Horse collar. I think you
that's going to be rough.
And you just throw that bank loot back to the bank, back to Frontier Town.
If you choose Horus... The only issue with that is then we could have an immediate outrage and just get rid of that hero. So,
but I mean, like, you got to do something with them. We did see an outrage discarded.
Yep. All right, and I think that's going to be it. And Cortosis can take the turn. It might help him out right here to go over to Frontier Town, just so he can actually
just get rid of Minnie.
Yeah. Because I know it is tempting at times to not kill her because of the reshuffle, and you can get her back and you lose more items, and that really sucks. But if you're just going to leave her out there, it just hurts even more.
Yeah, because then that is a top row you never get back. Zach Pence is pointing out that Goofy is still lurking. I can actually do an okay Goofy impression. I actually learned how to do it for a Dungeons and Dragons one-shot I ran, where the conceit was you are a bunch of Disney villains who have to go kill Mickey, and Goofy was one of his goons.
That's amazing. I will say that I don't think that's what he was asking at all. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. That was actually really funny. That sounds very funny.
Oh, Sarabi hurts. But
Sarabi,
yeah, you want to kill Shenzi.
Especially considering you don't have the that stampede anymore. That's really
all
great.
You need is a whisper and a stick with me, provided there's a Hakuna in the discard pile, which I'm not sure if there is one.
There are 2 Hakuna Matatas in the discard pile currently.
Okay, then yeah, a whisper and a stick with me. That gets her to Sarabi.
Yep.
Pete's still a couple turns away. That's 5 strength towards Roundup. That's 2 items at Strike It Rich. Haven't found
this is the big difference
yet.
This is the part about Scar that can be great. If people I think those turns in which Cortosis chose not to fate, I think those 3 turns.
There's the whisper.
We were able to see so much set up from Cincy that he's just being able to push so much stuff out. No one can read it right now because they are not currently. Are out.
Win Big was the first one, and then Rule the Realm was taken.
Yeah, I thought he meant the ones that were still available to have been completed. I'm sorry. But he did choose, by the way, not to kill. He's just he did just move Sarabi over there.
Stick with me. But Pete cannot fate because Pete is fate locked with Horus there.
Yep.
And it's going to get harder and harder to do anything about that because you have many squatting at your vanquish spot.
Yeah. It's also his 2 power spots. But
there's the stolen cargo, so that is Strike It Rich on your next turn.
Which
we already
is probably going to be stopped right here by Goofy.
We saw Horus go by.
Goofy.
Horus is in play. Minnie's in play. Mickey already went by. The only thing that can stop it right now is Goofy.
And there's a 2 out of 3 chance to play right here. So I think we're going to see a Goofy, especially considering most likely Sarabi will be smacked around a little bit.
Yeah, you go kill Sarabi. You just need to use 1 Hungry to do it.
Let's see. Is he choosing? That discard
vanquish.
Could be more beneficial right now. Or like you said, a stick with me. So we can see either. Yeah, stick with me. Okay.
Okay.
The discard is just choosing to be more valuable right here. I can get that.
Also, you do get to gain a power here. So, do we see? There's Goofy.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
And
gosh, Mickey.
Yeah, I think you put Goofy there, and then you move over the Strike It Rich one, all the way to the end. There we go.
Yeah, that's really good because then any future times you might move an item, you'll move it to the other side, and make it even harder.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Pete had it for a while, but Pete's been taking too long to get these last 2 goals, and Scar is just 1 defeat away from a win.
So right here, he needs to kill Minnie. I think his big thing that's been slowing Cortosis down is a lack of killing Minnie.
Yeah.
I think because again, like I said,
Minnie
he can be scary.
Can't kill anyone else.
Yeah.
Although I could see just going over there and killing Horus.
That honestly, I could see that too. That's still pretty good because then you can get that move that you'll really need. Yeah. Either one of those is really what you need right now.
You can move over one of the items, and then next turn you can go to the airport. Yeah, and I think that's what we're seeing. Bandit go bye-bye. This turn is otherwise a waste, but you do get in a move.
Well, no, you get the move. I think moving one of those stolen cargo.
Yeah, you move the stolen cargo or the bank loot.
Yeah. Because then next turn you can go over to the airport. You can move. You can move the other 2 items, fate, and get 2 power. Like you'll be able to do a solid turn next.
That spot isn't covered. Do we have a Long Live the King? I think that's what. Because if you have a Long Live the King and you pull out Rafiki, Pumbaa, Rafiki or Pumbaa, then you are at WinCon.
I don't think Pumbaa's available, but you could definitely get Rafiki. Pumbaa might be available on the reshuffle because I think we got rid of him earlier.
Okay, we are going to the Gorge. There's a long live.
Who's it?
As long as you get Rafiki or Pumbaa. Or Zazu. Zazu works too.
Oh, yeah.
Just not Simba.
Yeah. Simba's the only one you cannot go in now.
Yeah.
And actually, that's some great stuff to have out of the way.
Yeah, so that'll be 16 total.
Mhm.
And then you just need to use the Hungry. Ed gets to stick around. Zazu goes in the pile. That is win condition.
And then he needs. So I don't think that card. Yeah,
You just need any hero. Any hero.
Well, the service station is still
Pluto.
available. Yeah, and
And then
I'm
you move the
assuming.
stolen cargo back.
But he could choose not to because he doesn't want him to get even more power.
Mm.
I can. That's still pretty good. And also,
No, I think that moving it is more valuable than giving him 1 power.
Mhm.
So now he has to waste his turn at the service station. And there's the injustice.
Ooh, that's not looking good. Again, the cards originally do say look at the cards, not reveal them, but it does not make much of a difference either way.
That's
Game,
win.
ladies and gentlemen.
That is a very
Scar
well
is
played
very
Scar from Cincinnatus. That was a
Yeah.
serviceable Pete from Cortosis as well, but I just think kind of ran out of gas in the second
Yep.
half there.
He had a solid start, but lost his. He needed the Jalopy because he ran out of gas.
Starter Squad. It is not really a tournament. It is a season league. The pools are going to start next week. There are 4 different colored pools. From highest rank to lowest rank, it goes blue, green, yellow, red. It's not necessarily a reflection of, oh, these are the best players, these are good players, so much as we want to be able to play against people of your skill level. So if you're going to get squashed by someone like Cincinnatus, that's not going to be fun for you. It's not going to be fun for Cincinnatus. We like to pair you with people who you're going to have a good game with. But Cincinnatus is going to his favorite. We see Mommy Gothel.
Yep. Fine. Now he's the bad guy. We'll see. And I'm actually kind of upset that Cortosis did not reveal his 2 goals. I really wanted to know what they were.
I mean, they were Strike
But
Rich and Roundup. I think we can safely say that.
It's fair to say that. Yes. I just but there's that opportunity. It wasn't. Yes, and please be ready for the trust.
Honestly, I want to see Cortosis go Lady Tremaine here.
I think he's going EQ because I've seen him do that in the past. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how familiar Cortosis is with the Despicable Lots villains. Evil Queen.
Where, do me a favor, could you lock and unlock the Evil Queen board super fast for me?
Oh, I need to change my color. Can you do that? Because if I change my color, it's going to upset the whole stream.
Throw me a promotion and I can do that.
Sure. All right, so that
There we go.
fix it?
Thank you. Yep. It was just upside down.
Okay, Evil Queen isn't even gaslighting. I think people throw gaslighting around a bit too loosely. The Evil Queen's just like, you're a fucking piece of shit, I'm gonna murder you. Whereas Mother Gothel at least is trying to be nice. Like Mother Gothel, it is all about like the psychological thing, whereas Evil Queen, it's just abuse. Like there's a difference between abuse and gaslighting.
Are you really going to be trying to defend Evil Queen here? Is that
I am not defending the Evil Queen. I'm just saying it isn't
you just defend
gaslighting.
him.
It's abuse. There is a difference.
That was a funny. Okay, it's fair. That was a funny line. But we did see him since he going over to Corona, playing the hairbrush, which whenever it's played or moved to Rapunzel's location, Mother Gothel gains 1 trust. I didn't see any trust in chat, and I'm very sad.
So woodland creatures here could be good to get rid of an early ingredient. Grumpy could also cover up a locations top row. Looks like we're getting a woodland creatures. The only thing here really is the black magic that could get an ingredient. The box, okay. Most of you
Box
probably know
is so great. I can understand why you didn't want to do that. Box is perhaps the best card in this game.
I can understand the throne because the throne, there's a little trickle of poison. Vanity is probably going to go off because you'll probably want the crown out as Mother Gothel. The box is just utter garbage. And as we see, there it goes. That is the proper place to put the box.
It's so weird that you said box rather than carpet right there. But anyway, we're going to go over to the forest, going to gain 2 power, move over the hairbrush to gain 1 more of that beautiful trust, and play the crown. Now, the crown
it is.
has
now
an
you're
ability.
sad you discarded Vanity.
Yeah. When a hero is either defeated at this location, you can choose to gain 2 power or discard the crown to gain 1 trust. You can do either one of those.
And this is
You have-
why I
you have
hate
that.
playing Mother Gothel against Jafar, is because she so wants to get out items and allies, just flood her board with them to make it harder for Agent to do anything. But that procs manipulation and deception, and I want to kill myself. But we do see our first ingredient from the Queen here. It's an Oltek's Cackle, not doing anything. We can either play Ulf, or we can get rid of a single solitary trust. Wolf prevents
Wolf might be
allies
pretty
from
good right now because you can, if you throw him down, he could hopefully stop any future like shenanigans with the Royal Guard. Oftentimes, like it is really nice to just be able to continue trickle away that power and get rid of it as quick as it comes.
But I think what we're going to see here is Mother Gothel's going to come to the tower, move over the hairbrush, and just play another Royal Guard to kill Ulf just immediately. Just go away. And that's going to give money because Ulf has been played to the crown location.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have recommended this. I don't know if I would have recommended Ulf at Corona. I'm assuming Cortosis has a reason for it, but I wouldn't have recommended it myself.
But there is no trust. There is no power. There's only 2 trust. So we are going to go over here to the Snuggles. Get some Snuggles. No? Well, we were being indecisive.
Let's see. Is he snuggling? Yes.
Because the one sad thing is letting
Jealousy.
the
Jealousy's
hairbrush
ready.
get out of
There you
position.
go.
Ooh, there's Jealousy. Another little bit of poison.
Poison's pretty cool. Gain 3, spend 3. Are we just seeing yeah, it looks like we're seeing one of the Stabbington brothers.
That's the only thing that costs 3, and it is patchy.
They have a pretty nice ability whenever they are played to Rapunzel's location. You move Rapunzel all the way back to the tower. Getting rid of 2 cups of Mother Knows Best and now I'm the bad guy. Not really wanting to be that much of a villain, apparently, this Mother Gothel.
Just being villainous.
We could see a really nice turn from Cincy with what you call it, a misdirection into a move. But
yes, that is a possibility. But I would like to see an ally dropped down to get rid of Ulf, because Corona blocked up top there is not good. We do see a Vanity from Evil Queen that reveals the top 3 cards of the deck. Just here to show off, here's what I got. Everyone just stop whatever the fuck you're doing and look at the top 3 cards of my deck. Probably putting all 3 back. Not wanting to discard anything.
Yeah, those can be really good. If he doesn't have any of that, that's going to be a really great thing to just get later.
So no misdirection. Just moving over. Oh, and we
Royal
see
Rider. That's nice.
So now next
we could be
turn,
potentially... Yeah. So we could be seeing him go over to potentially Rapunzel's tower next turn, fading, maybe using Revenge to take care of Ulf, but we'll have to see in a second.
So Evil Queen is not too phased about that. It's going to let it happen. It's going to go to the mine. Get out the magic mirror.
That's nice. So the magic mirror, whenever a fade action targets you, each time you draw a card, which is pretty nice.
It also can be activated for 3 power to bring out Snow White, which you kind of want to do immediately before it gets discarded by Sneezy. Oh, and we do see a play of the Huntsman at the laboratory. I don't think I've ever seen the Huntsman played directly to the laboratory. That is new to me. See something
could be going for that. Could be going for the Snow White move all the way across the board.
I've seen that play before. It's one way to do it. Yep. And I think here you do go to the tower, you move over the thing, you kill Ulf, that gives you power, and you can play a card.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see though. I don't know. He might have some plan. The great thing about Mother Gothel is that she can set up so well.
Indecisive. So many options. So many options. I do.
Yeah. So many ways to emotionally manipulate and hurt.
This is the problem with being indecisive, is running out your time. You have less than a minute left. I just got to pick something.
Yeah.
Just got to pick something.
Players have 1.5 minutes each turn.
Okay, we're getting that trust. We are doing a fate.
Using those tap actions.
Bashful. I like Bashful.
Wishing Will cannot be played because Snow White's location is currently locked, so Bashful must come out.
Cover up that activate at the woods, and then just kill Ulf. Kill Ulf. Just murder him. Just take him out. Take him out. You got 20 seconds left. Just murder him. Murder him. Get your 2 power. Yes, thank you. And then you can still play something because you have 2 power now. And whether that
Yep.
could be a let down your hair.
2 power in 10 seconds. Let's see. Spending 1. Okay, yeah, he's doing it now. At this point, he's already he's playing the card. He's performing the
it's a
action. All right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's solid.
And Rapunzel takes a little jaunt.
So this is a good. This is a good choice to fate right here because if you can hopefully get rid of that royal guard, Mother Gothel won't be able to do as much stuff as she will want to do this turn.
Right.
Using using a take a bite, just taking out Bashful right away.
Yeah, because you've been just trickling in the poison. Get rid of Bashful. Oh, there's an aging and Flynn. I think you go with
aging is a great choice right here. Yeah. And I kind of want him to get rid of Royal Guard instead of the Hairbrush. Hairbrush is really nice.
No. Get rid of the Hairbrush. Like, the Stabton's already there. You can. There's probably a let down your hair is in there. And at most, getting rid of that Royal Guard is going to lose 1 trust. And long term, the Hairbrush is going to make more than that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And there's probably another Royal Guard where that came from anyway. So yeah, you get rid of the Hairbrush. No,
I honestly think if you get rid of Royal Guard, I can see it, but I'm going to argue for it. If you get rid of the Royal Guard, then you force him to kill Rapunzel before he is ready and really wants to do it, and not be able to do as much stuff like he wants to over at Rapunzel's tower.
I think we're going to see a let down your hair, or the other stabby. Just one. It's a revenge.
Nope, it's a revenge. Yeah, that's.
That
you do still gain 2 power with that, unless you want to get rid of the crown.
Ooh, this is setting up. Setting up. For next turn, you can do a I Love You Most, and Evil Queen can't fate.
Oh, I see it. Okay, I like it. Yeah. I see what's happening here. He's face to face with greatness, and it's strange. I don't even know how to feel. Playing Black of Night, which does allow you to perform another action at your location, even if you already performed it. Using that to do another play card to actually play Magic Tomes, which and then after you activate it, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put 1 in your hand, and discard the rest.
I do kind of want a Tamatoa in Villainous. Take on would not work, but I think Tamatoa could work because he's like a Madam Mim. He would be fine. He's fun.
Oh yeah, Tamatoa could definitely do it. Definitely not Tika, because in the end, Tika is not a bad guy.
Yeah.
Simple. Now Tika is not the bad guy. Using Thunderbolt, which does allow you to duplicate the ability of any ingredient you have played, and using that to copy Black of Night's ability. Did he spend the 1 power for that?
I am not sure. I was not paying attention.
I hope he did. I'm not paying enough attention to that either. But he did choose to get rid of Scream of Fright, which is another one of his 4 ingredients that he needs to unlock the Dwarf's Cottage. Zach is saying yes, he did.
Okay.
All right. It is Cincy's turn.
And
yep. So you're right.
First, you fate. The order of operations. You fate first. Dope. Just easy money. Dopey. I mean, the pickaxe can't be played anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
See, if this was more like Marvel Villainous, I would love a version of Tamatoa that could steal other villains' items and then just wants to have a bunch of them. I would love that.
I mean, that would be fun. But I think his objective would just be have the heart of Tefiti.
That could work too, but that's not as fun. Choosing to do Mummy Dust each time a fate action targets you before your next turn, you basically just get 1 poison.
So So Chad is going trust for the trust. Can we get a poison
yeah.
for the poison?
That's so lame. Why would you say poison? Why would
I don't know.
I don't. No, I'm sorry. I know you're.
These are the 2 villains with alternate resources that are tracked by power tokens. Okay. We got the trust. We got the poison. Shirt. Did you?
Yeah, that's for whenever you lose trust.
Mistrust.
It's whenever you lose. Yeah, you know what? Mistrust. I think Zach has done that best right there. Mistrust.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the
like Mother
manipulating daughter
Gothel
is
just
funnier.
wants like, stay with me forever. It's so good up here. You don't want to go outside. Whereas Evil Queen is just like, I hate you. I hate you so much. I want you to be dead. I hate you
Here's the
so
funny thing.
much.
Evil Queen's so upset about this because, like, what do they call it?
Ooh, what once was
Evil
mine
Queen
is
wants to
gonna
be the
pull
fairest in the
out
land.
that hairbrush. I'm gonna immediately play
Ooh,
it.
getting it back.
We get a trust. We get a trust.
But I will say, I don't really get it. Between Evil Queen's whole goal is just wanting to be the fairest in the land. Angry at a 12-year-old girl for being apparently prettier than you. Honestly, between the two of them, in my opinion, Mother Gothel's more attractive. I'm just gonna say
Oh my
it.
God.
Really not that.
It's
I'm just saying.
different eras of attractiveness. Like Evil Queen is from 1937 is when the movie came out, and that was what was considered attractive then.
Yes, but I think Zach P has put it best that Evil Queen is a basic Instagram model that can't stand the fact that other people might be more attractive than her. And also,
Okay, like
hey,
stories in movies weren't as complex. Complex. Back then.
wow, neither were words apparently.
Hush.
I'm sorry. I'm just messing.
Oh my God. Hawk's gun saying mother can step on me. See, but like none of the Disney villainesses have that like Lady Dimitrescu like just demeanor, I suppose. Okay, maybe. All right,
Ursula?
all right. I could see if you said you wanted Damari to step on you, because like that's like her deal is she wants to step on you.
That yet.
I still.
But
Right,
I
was
would
pretty
say,
good. It probably could have used a couple more rewrites in the script phase, but it was pretty good. It had a solid ending. It made me cry.
It's good. You know what I forgot about? There's actually a match happening. Evil Queen's going over to the laboratory.
But here's the thing: is to keep the viewers engaged, we have to have anecdotes.
Yeah.
It's late. It's hot. It's after 9 o'clock. It almost rhymed. And moving over Snow White, I like this.
He did play Scream of Fright, which is the final ingredient that he needs to unlock the dwarf's cottage, using it to move Dopey over one location, then moving Snow White over. The reason why he has the huntsman over at the laboratory, just to go for that immediate brew poison into a kill. The Empro play, which I really do like, as well as the Fate action, which he can use
you
to play either Hook Hand or
with
Shorty.
Hook Boy here.
Are you? I don't. I wouldn't say definitely. I think you could do a really great thing if you play Shorty over to Rapunzel's tower and then move
Mother Gothel
over
duplicity.
to the forest.
It's a royal guard. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think what we're going to see here is like a let down your hair. And if you can do that at, we have to be careful.
If he can let down your hair at the forest to move the hairbrush over to put himself at 8 trust and then potentially misdirection back.
Wait, why did Rapunzel move?
Yes, that's actually a really good question. Why did Rapunzel move? Maybe he forgot to do it at the end of last turn.
Okay.
Oh, he forgot at the end of his turn. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I think Shorty could have been devastating there. Yeah, and Chocolate's saying the same. I don't know. I think either way, it's a good choice. I think that's one of the great things about this game is that you look at the two options or whatever options you do have in this game. It's never a clear case of yes, this is the better choice because of the way that this game is meant to be played and just the amount of options you have.
I'm noticing Cortosis did not brew poison, which would have put him at win condition if he has to take a bite in hand.
That's true. Yeah,
we've all been so focused on Mother Gothel and her trust.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I wonder
think what
why
you need to do is you need to go to the Corona and play Let Down Your Hair.
And yeah, actually, Zach is correct. Snow White has 6. That's why.
Yeah, and he has 7.
Dopey's ability
is
gets
that
all
2 power? Oh, okay. That's 2 power. It looked like 7 from here.
Yep. That's definitely 2. I can promise you that. All right. Okay, choosing to move Rapunzel back over. Okay. Are we? Are we going to see potentially a revenge? Or
I like a
I'm not certain what the
revenge.
exact.
I like
I'm
a
not certain what the plan is
revenge.
with this.
No,
A revenge
we're
could be
being
really good. You can get that
indecisive.
power you need. He does only have 10 seconds left, and he's done
He
no
has 10
actions thus far.
seconds. He's got to do something. Move over Rapunzel. Do a revenge. Okay, yep.
And that's it. That works. You do get another trust with that, though, which is still pretty good. Rapunzel goes back. That's just the utility in setting up.
And then
that,
if you have the
Mother
knife, you can just get to your 10 next turn.
Actually, you don't. I don't even think. Oh yeah, the knife.
You
would
can
do
get
it,
to
yeah.
11 next turn with the knife.
Mhm.
Provided nothing covers up Rapunzel's tower, you can get to 11.
But Cortosis is using the fate action over at the dwarf's cottage, so
That he
that's
is.
not for certain.
Getting out of mummy dust. There's Everybody Has a Dream, and Floating Lights is just, it has to be Everybody Has a Dream. That is not going to cover it. That Mother Goth can get to 10.
Yeah, but Cortosis will be able to fade again, and we have not seen the king and queen. I think there might be one more.
Oh, shit. If he has I Love You Most, he can get to 12. Or not to 11.
There's no way to kill, though. There's no way to kill.
Oh, true.
That's the
Very
issue.
true. Okay, yeah, that Royal Guard did go away.
Yep. I was thinking that, too. I wasn't certain. But this is very close.
It is close.
I'm liking this.
But I think it is still the right play to go to Rapunzel's Tower. You move in the hairbrush. You play the knife for another Royal Guard. If you've drawn the knife. But Cincinnatus is being indecisive here. Okay, there's 7 cards left in Mother Gotha's villain deck. Going instead of Snuggly Duckling. Interesting.
He could still get a lot of power with some other plays.
Discarding Duplicity. Discarding Misdirection. Discarding Egomania.
He's choosing to lose one trust.
Ooh.
Okay. I am so confused.
I am confused as well. He might just not have had... he didn't have the means to defeat Rapunzel here.
No, but he could have chosen to move the Royal Guard.
He could, but then the Royal Guard would no longer have been in position. Yeah.
So it's a difficult choice. It's almost, you would say, a necessary sacrifice. Sorry.
Playing the damn box. No.
Let's see it. Oh, the box just being so great. The frying pan.
Honestly, frying pan.
Honestly, I can see frying pan being really good. Oh, no, but he is choosing aging. He just doesn't know which one he's getting rid of.
Yeah. But what you can do is you can move to Rapunzel's Tower, move in the hairbrush, and play a Stabbington.
Or you might want to go to the forest to do that, because you can get that extra play a card by hopefully using
Evil Queen still hasn't been using any... Hasn't been brewing poison.
There you go. Yep. All right. Gain 1 trust, lose 1. Let's see this. Yeah, I'm not certain why she chose to play the box there rather than... She could be wanting more power.
She does need power. She does need power.
Yeah, okay, I'll fix you. Definitely need to do that right here. I don't know what her plan is right here. Obviously she has something, but I'm not certain of it.
No, we're seeing the throne getting activated. Ooh, killing Dopey. Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
All right.
I honestly don't know what to think about that.
The knife has already been played, so the knife plus the crown plus an I Love You Most, that's 10.
Is Bashful the right choice here? No. Okay.
No.
Revealing the hand.
Yeah, you have to get rid of a Take a Bite. Yeah.
Yeah, take a
Queen and
bite's
king
too
are
strong
still
right
in
now.
there. There's 3 left, so there is a chance of that. But ooh,
Moving the hairbrush away,
yep.
just you can set up next
So
turn because
next turn
there's
you
a
can
good
just slide
chance that.
back in.
Yep.
You defeat, discard all of that. Gets you up to 8.
Yeah.
And there's the I love you
And
most.
I love you most.
You have 10.
That's trust, and trust.
That's 4 trust.
Let's see this. Yep. All right. Mother
Evil Queen
Gothel
has to
is
fade.
at win condition.
The Queen has
Let's see
to
this.
fade, and Evil Queen kind of needs to...
I don't... Yeah. Gain 1 trust, or gain 1 more poison.
Discard everything you need to take a bite.
So many
you need
different...
to take a bite. Discard everything.
Yeah. Perform that fade action. It's your only chance right
Queen
here.
And King. There's Queen and
Yep.
King.
Okay. But the problem is that doesn't stop it. And with the amount of cards left, I think this... there's 1 card left. It's not going to be a stopper, but we could see something.
I would love to
we could
see this and then a misdirection, because that puts you at 11. Then
I think we're going to see a move, a move, the hairbrush, a misdirection, and then a stabbing thing. I think that's what we're going to see right here.
That's back to 10. And you've got 2 plays. Yep. There's the misdirection. That's 11.
Misdirection.
You have to reshuffle and get Flynn.
Yep. I think we're going to see, I think we are going to see what you call it, a stabbing thing here as well. I think that's what we're going to see.
Yep. There's the other, it's sideburns.
So that even if Flynn comes out, you're forced to play him where there's already 1 hero. And Flynn is now the only thing that can stop him. So Mother Gothel is set. Evil Queen right here needs to get Flynn. That is her only way of potentially winning. She needs to go over to the laboratory, get the power, turn it all into poison, and I mean, we'll have to see. It just depends on this.
See what happens. You need Flynn.
Oh shit! We got Joker Jonesy in the chat. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Hey Jonesy.
Saying,
and if you don't, that is a win. I will talk as much shit about the box as I want to. That is a 2-0 for Cincinnatus. Very well executed Mother Gothel. Very well executed Scar. Jonesy, you missed Cincinnatus did Scar and won against Pete.
Actually, I think he's been lurking for a little bit, so I think you may have seen that.
Wow.
But
Jonesy, would love to get your thoughts on the new
great to see
villains. You were saying?
It's great to see just high skill plays like what Mother Gothel can do.
Oh, very
with
much.
Cincy.
Very much.
I really do enjoy being able to see just that just those crazy plays and just being able to get those set up and lose that 1 trust to do that 4 trust swing and set up for a higher plan. No, and I don't know what Cortosis was trying to go for with that game for EQ at least. I think the Pete one again, he just lost momentum, but for the EQ, I think he just lost a little bit of that EQ. He had a plan. I'm not certain what it was, but he lost his steam for it, unfortunately, very quickly.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back to our cameras.
That works for me.
You need to turn yours back.
It is.
Yeah. So what'd you think of that match?
I thought it was really good. I enjoy seeing I've always enjoyed seeing Cincy play. He's a great player and just does a lot of really good stuff with these villains, this game in general. And I really did. I love the way to see, we just saw someone talking about Scar in the chat. I also recently saw a Reddit post in which some people were talking about how Scar really isn't that great. I just enjoy seeing people just prove others wrong.
Oh, yes.
But, no, it's good. Is my camera not showing up?
It is not showing up. It says no camera.
Give me a second.
I'll
be back.
Okay, we have lost Nabedance for a brief second here. I hope all of you enjoyed watching these games. Nabedance is back. Still no camera showing. That's fine. It seems to be disabled or something. It's still not saying it. It's fine. Just talk.
Sorry. whatever. But no, I just enjoy seeing those different plays in which people are trying say bad stuff about a certain villain and then proving against the status quo. That was honestly one of the reasons why I first played. Why I first started playing Jafar, because I had heard enough bad stuff talked about him, which I hadn't really heard anyone giving love towards him. He had just kind of always been And I'd heard from the original designers of the game in a video they released a while ago that, he's meant to be balanced. He's meant to have a great matchup in every single play. And I was just like, you know what? Let's go for it. And so
well, not necessarily that he was meant to have a great matchup in every single play, so much as the speed of his win was the speed they were looking for.
Yeah. But in that, from what they said, is that they used used him, and if a villain, they played basically him against every other villain. He was the status quo, and because of that, I don't know. He's felt balanced throughout them, and I think what we were talking about earlier as well in bad matchups versus good matchups. Because of that, I don't believe Jafar truly has a bad matchup. There are matchups that can be worse or better for him, but Jafar, I think Jafar is really great because you can do that with any of the matchups. And some people might say that Scar, the Mother Gothel, like a lot of them may have bad matchups, may not be great players, but I love when we get to see stuff again going against the status quo as Zach PSA. But on the other side as well, like we did see some really good plays from Cortosis, some really smart Pete things, and just again the turn one went big, always great. And Evil Queen, I'm not certain what his plan was there. Obviously he had something. It didn't work out for him, but whatever it was, it was still very cool to see.
Cortos is saying in chat about the box play, needed to get stuff out of my hand. That is perfectly valid. But yeah, so this has been a great start, first week of our season. I am going to be streaming matches every week throughout the season, except for the bye week. I'll probably do something during the bye week. I don't know. But if once the pools are out for next week and you want to play in a match on my stream, let me know. I do 2 matches every Tuesday. Also, that's what I'm doing. Zach, it's like you think I'm not a professional. Thursday night is Tape Tendo stream. I believe it starts at 9. There's also going to be matches. Its first match is going to be Not My Dance and Purple Potato. Gee, I wonder who Not My Dance is.
It sounds like a real scumlord.
And I also, and again, like it seems none of you are interested in this, whatever. I am continuing my playthrough the Portal series. I did the Portal 1 last week. I am changing up the times that I do my stream. I had been doing 2:30 to 5. No one can really make the time slot. That's fine. I am thinking of switching to like 5 to 7, and that would be Wednesday and Friday as well. If you can make it, would love to have you in there. I'm going to be playing Portal 2 this week. I might try to do the co-op campaign, in which case I'll need someone to co-op with, so that interests you, and you've maybe like done it before or something. Let me know. And other than that, we will be back next Tuesday with some more Villainous. Yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of the night. Thank you, Not My Dance, for coming in. Thank you, Brian Drums, for also commentating with me earlier. And also shout out to our players, Cortosis and Cincinnatus, and Baby Daisy Lover.
The shame Brian doesn't exist anymore.
Both in the league and on my stream. Rock Mocha Boss. Any parting thoughts, Not My Dance?
I will say it's a shame Brian does not exist anymore. I was sad to hear of his non-existence.
You have supplanted him, yes.
Yes. Any future streams, though, please feel free, anyone watching, either now or later, please feel free to reach out to Tave, to Wero, or anyone else who might stream, because it's great to be able to watch these matches, not just for us, people commentating, but just also for the other people who are playing in this league, all of you people who are actually watching this now. It's great to learn new strategies, tips, tricks, and just different ideas. Watch these games, watch past games or VODs on these channels. Watch the deep dives. It really does help. A lot of these characters are really great. They all have really great benefits and some thing that can draw you into them. Learn the character, play with them more, even the ones that people say suck, and just play whatever you like in the end, because that's what this game's about. We're having fun. Whether this is a competitive area or not, I knocked in the first match of this season with playing a couple games without fading a single time. It was an absolute blast. Just have fun with this.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my
Yenrik, this was no more matches on my stream, but there are going to be more matches played. I'm going to be playing in a match basically as soon as we're done here. It was scheduled for 9. I was a little optimistic. I think John TTH, if you're out there in the chat, I'll get to you in a sec. But I think that about wraps
Sorry,
it up.
John.
I hope you join me next week. I hope I would love some observers while I play through Portal 2. I will let you know when I do that. I think there's also the customs tournament is happening. It's been happening the past few days. They post in the Twitch stream. If you're interested in non-official fan-made villains, there's a customs tournament going on. It has been going on for a while. But I think that's about enough. My brain is melted. It is way too hot.
Probably would have helped if you put on pants.
End
on that. That's a good stream.
Don't wear pants. They are a suffocating tool of the capitalist oppression. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see y'all later.
That's not a good night after that.